I'd like to bring up and offer you for her first exhibition here in the gallery, T. Smith, here to tell you about her show. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not used to talking into a microphone. I'm a little nervous. I was going to actually have a prepared speech written, but that didn't happen. I would like to thank Joel. I'd like to thank all the wonderful artists here at Archway. I'm so honored to be a member of Archway. My work is not traditionally sort of what you would call commercial work, something that you really want to hang over your sofa. So my opportunities for exhibiting and showing places are kind of limited. I'm a very kind of niche market, and if it wasn't for Archway, I would have a very difficult time showing my work. And everyone here is so talented and so supportive, and I'm honored to be here. I thank you all so much. And in that vein, there's one artist here in particular that I want to thank, Jim Adams, the hardest working artist in Houston, in Kansas City, who has become an impresario in Kansas City with The Bunker. It is this gigantic warehouse. He mentors young artists. He has been one of my just staunchest supporters, and he's a wonderful artist in his own right. That is his sculpture over there behind Christy. And my dear friend, and I thank you so much for everything you've done and all your support. You're just wonderful. And thank you. I have some family here tonight who have supported me for decades. Brenda and Corby Clark, right there. And we go back many years, many lifetimes, many situations, and I love them very much. I also have my best friend from high school, Barbara Erickson, and her husband, Rob. Again, they're my friends, they're my family, and my staunch supporters. And Davin, who has just worked incredibly hard and putting the show together for me, the framing, the everything, and he's the only person who has seen this work up until now and who has put up with me for the past however many months it's taken, and this has done back-breaking work. So I'd like to thank all these people first. Well, you're probably wondering about the coat.
I love it.
Just so we're clear, this means no Nazis. Y'all got that, right? We'll circle the line through it. You know, I think part of the job, this is what I believe, part of being an artist is, art is, to me, society's conscience. And I think the artist has a role in that. And I think part of our role is to bring up things that we see going on in society and to speak out. And that's just something that I firmly believe in. This coat is designed by a local artist and fashion designer. Her name is Judy Maeslia. She owns a shop on Mid-Main. It's called My Flaming Heart. She's had a show at the CAM of her work. It does tend to be politically oriented and provocative. And, you know, given the situation in the world today, you know, this is something that I really wanted to wear, I really wanted to put on. And it does tie into the show in the respect that, you know, we are, sentient means conscious, it means self-aware, it means thinking, perceiving beings. And while we are all encased in meat, you know, we are thinking, we are conscious, and we are all the same. regardless. We're all human beings. And while this isn't my artwork, my goal is, this is to remind everybody of that. And also to not forget about that. You know? Getting to the work itself. Traditionally, I do large-scale oil paintings. I only work from my own photographs. It's one of the rules that I've set forth for myself. It's one of my guiding artistic principles. I really believe in originality of vision. I think that whatever the artist, you know, we all have our own slant, we all have our own take, and I think if you follow that voice and you follow that vision, that's going to lead you where you need to be. And so this particular series, these are all pencil drawings, they're all hand drawn. These were photographs taken at various grocery stores and meat markets. These are all drawn from photographs that I took of pictures of meat. And the underlying theme to that is the patterns in nature that are repeated in our human bodies, in organic material, you know, animals, plants. You know, we're all the same stuff. Everything is made of the same stuff. It's just whether you look at it on a micro level or you look on it at a macroscopic level. You know, for instance, some of these works might resemble mountain ranges. So in that regard, you know, you're looking at the same pattern, but you're zooming out. Others, like this piece here, for instance, it has a traditional branching pattern. Branching patterns are found, of course, in trees, but not just trees, in the leaves themselves. Not just that, but in the bronchial makeup of human lungs. So it's just this repetition of patterns. And this is something that I wrote a long time ago. It's a haiku, which is a Japanese poem. It's comprised of 3 stanzas of 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. And it may look very simple, but it contains a lot of meaning. And this is another guiding principle that I use in my art, and what I believe is my job and my role as an artist is to look at the world around us and to point these things out and to reveal it to all of you, to show you what I see. It's kind of the underpinnings of what we're living in, the underpinnings of the whole cosmos, the universe, what we all are. So, with that, Sentient Meat. I'm a True Detective fan. Any of you who have watched True Detective, this is a phrase that Matthew McConaughey's character, Rust Cole, mentions in the show, and it's just something that resonated with me. We are all sentient meat. We are all encased in these meat suits, but yet we're self-aware and we're thinking, and so are the animals, and so are the plants, and so is everything on this planet that we interact with. So, thank you all for coming. I'm sorry, watch out, children. Sure. Something else that I want to mention. We installed dimmers on these lights in the front because something that's interesting about some of these works that I did not plan, and any of you who are artists out there know, sometimes the work takes its own path, and it wants to be what it wants to be. It doesn't matter how hard you try to make it be something else, it's going to be what it needs to be. And as I was working on these, I worked with a lamp that had a dimmer on it. So at the end of however many hours that I had been working on it, I'd go to turn the light off, and it would slowly dim down, and I would see how the drawings would change under dim light. And many of them actually, because there's so much grayscale and so much contrast, they can be seen almost in the dark, in very dim light. So I don't know if we're able to do that now, or we're going to do that maybe a little bit later. We're going to dim the front lights, and it's magic. We're going to do it now. Some of them show that more than others, and again, this is a very intimate show. It's not paintings that read from 15 feet away. I want you to get your nose up to them and really look at these and look at the patterns that you see. And hopefully some of what I've said about the patterns in nature will resonate with you. And I want you to enjoy them. Yes, and any questions I'm happy to take?
These are fantastic.
Thank you.
And I've been looking at your mission, which is see things which other people don't see, and I'm doing just what you said, which is getting up close. So I was wondering if you have hidden little things in there, like one of them I thought I saw a duck.
Actually, yes. In that far one on the left, there is a duck, and someone pointed out to me there's two ducks. And that was not intentional. That just came about as part of the process. And I'm like, oh, well, there's a duck. And then other people point out, I see a duck, I see a lady, I see a ghost. So, humans, our brains are hardwired to be pattern finding seekers. So, our brains want to make sense of what we're looking at. So yeah, you will see different things in the imagery, but it was not intentional. But they do appear.
But you can get lost when you start looking really close. I mean,
Yeah. So does anyone else have any questions?
Yes, I was just wondering about how long, when you first thought about doing this, from the very beginning of taking the pictures and then getting them all complete.
Well, I had designed a painting show well over a year ago. So this was designed to be a painting show, and all of these actual works have been completed probably within the last 7 months. So for me, I'm very slow. I'm a very slow painter. Obviously, I'm very detail oriented, very very meticulous. I have a lot of patience, and so yeah, just kind of sat there and reran True Detective on the TV and just drew like a maniac. But, yes, sir.
I noticed you didn't obviously sign these drawings.
They are signed on the back. I never sign my work on the front. Someone mentioned Georgia O'Keeffe to me earlier, and any of you that know anything about Georgia O'Keeffe, she never signed her work on the front. To me, adding a signature, it's another visual element that, to me, it interferes with the work. And regardless of how I may look or what I'm wearing, to me, the most important thing is about the work. They could be by anonymous. As long as the work is good and I'm happy with it, that's my primary motivation. But they are signed on the back. They're all original drawings. Any other questions? No? Thank you so much for coming. We're staying open till 10. We've got the deep-faded vodka girl here. We're going to have some extra cheese. We're going to play some music. We're going to keep the lights dim. We're going to bring some chairs out around 8. I encourage you all to hang out. Let's talk about art.